breaking news.
Violent acts like this are unacceptable regardless of where they occur, and specifically to those who might think that something like this is justifiable or potentially even admirable. We want to let you know it's a federal crime. We will come after you, we will find you, and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
Local and federal authorities issuing that warning as they continue the search for the suspect who set multiple Teslas on fire at a local Tesla service center. Reports of vandalism targeting Teslas happening across the country, and now it's made its way to our valley. Good evening, I'm Marie Mortera. Jim Snyder is on assignment. The incident here in Las Vegas happened early this morning near Jones Boulevard and the 215 South Beltway. It is the latest apparent attack against Tesla CEO Elon Musk and his work alongside President Trump cutting federal jobs. News 3 has triple team coverage tonight from how the FBI is playing a role in this investigation to similar incidents across the country. News 3's Steve Wolford and Dana Wagner standing by in studio with those answers. But first, let's bring in Kristen Drummond live from Metro headquarters. And Kristen, you were there for today's police briefing. What can you tell us?
Well, Marie, the identity of the suspect remains unknown to law enforcement at this time, but police are calling this a targeted attack at Tesla collision this morning. Metro Police, along with the FBI and the Clark County Fire Department, addressing the media nearly 9 hours after the attack and also sharing the evidence they've collected so far. Here's the moment flames emerge from a Tesla. A person in dark clothing appears next to the car around 2:45 this morning, seeming to reach in a bag and walk by the car before this sound. A loud bang Metro Police suspect is a gunshot, one of at least 3 rounds fired at different cars during the attack at Tesla collision Tuesday.
We do believe that it is isolated at this time. We do not believe that there's any further threat to the general public.
Metro Police working with the FBI on this investigation. New evidence shows the word resist spray painted on the building. Detectives also suspect the attacker used Molotov cocktails.
We have recovered at least one unignited Molotov cocktail located in one of the Tesla vehicles. And we're working collectively with our partners to test that material and process that as evidence.
Drone video showing the aftermath in the parking lot. The flames engulfing 2 cars, damaging a total of 5 due to exposure from the fire, according to the Clark County Fire Department, who responded.
We were able to extinguish both of these fires before it got to the battery compartment, which is critical in extinguishing any vehicle fires.
The FBI not calling it an act of terrorism, but the Joint Terrorism Task Force is investigating this situation.
It certainly has some of the hallmarks that we might think, the writing on the wall, the potential, political agenda, there's an act of violence. So none of those factors are lost on us.
Now, investigators are working to determine if this person acted alone or not. But again, police do need your help tonight identifying this suspect. If you have any information, you are encouraged to reach out to law enforcement. Now, coming up on News 3 live at 6, should Tesla owners be concerned going forward? Reporting live outside of Metro headquarters, I'm Kristen Drummond. Back to you.
Yeah, so many unanswered questions. All right, Kristen, thank you. And several weeks ago, Metro unveiled a new fleet of police cyber trucks. This is what they had to say when asked about concerns that their new fleet could also be targeted.
We definitely do not let criminals or any potential bad actors dictate how we operate and what we do in our community. The advancement of technologies and the opportunity to bring the Tesla Cybertrucks here to our police force is only going to make crime fighting more effective. It's going to continue to advance the sheriff's goal, which is to make the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department the most technologically advanced police department in the country.
This 10-car fleet is the first of its kind in the country. They say the addition, which was donated to the department, will have no impact on the department's budget. Metro's partnership with the Las Vegas FBI has been invaluable when it comes to high-profile cases like this one.
I think we have one of the best, if not the best, partnership with the FBI here in Las Vegas. He took the initiative just a couple years ago to station FBI personnel here at the Fusion Center, more than we've ever had before, and to strengthen the partnership more than it's ever been, just like we have personnel over at the FBI office. And because of that, we work hand in hand on all these types of investigations, and it usually produces results pretty quickly.
So what happens next, and where will the FBI go with this part of the investigation in the coming days to find out who's responsible? Our team coverage now turns to Steve Wolford. And Steve, you've reached out to your sources and you have a closer look.
Yeah, that's right, Marie. I talked about this investigation with a retired special agent, John McVeigh. He's a 23-year veteran of the FBI. He says finding whoever's responsible could present some challenges, but the agents assigned to this case will likely use some tried and true methods to make an arrest. That includes gathering information from license plate readers, cell phone towers, all around the time the Teslas were torched. They'll also review any video from security and doorbell cameras in the area. They'll scour social media, and they'll also walk the neighborhood to find possible witnesses, then put it all together to figure out who they're looking for.
A lot of times you're going to find these could be just one person going out there and doing this. But, you know, the Bureau's belief probably is that since this is happening all over the country, I don't think necessarily it's going to be an organized group. I think it's people that are out there doing this independently. There may be some with a few people or people with like mind that are going around lighting up, you know, the chargers or things like that.
Well, McVeigh told me that he won't be surprised if this takes a while because the agents will be thorough. They'll build a case. That's why the federal government's conviction rate is 98%. Marie, back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you for that perspective. Now, the Terrorism Task Force, which encompasses multiple agencies, including Metro, the Fire Department, and the FBI, was also mobilized for the Cybertruck explosion in front of Trump Hotel. That was on New Year's Day. While authorities say that was an isolated incident, they add that resources used during that investigation will also be used to get more help in getting answers regarding these Tesla fires. So Las Vegas, as we've been telling you, not the only city to report a violent incident on Teslas. In fact, reports coming out of Kansas City point to an arsonist there hours before what happened in the Southwest Valley. Our Dana Wagner is at the live desk now with that part of the story.
You're exactly right. So if it sounds familiar, what happened here in Las Vegas has been happening over our entire country. 10 attacks in recent weeks, all the way from Linwood in Washington across the country to Dedham in Massachusetts. And you were talking about that possible arson attack at a Tesla dealership in Kansas City. This one was just hours before the attack here in Las Vegas. A Cybertruck was lit on fire. That fire spread to a second Cybertruck before they were able to put it out. The cause of the fire remains under investigation, but it looks extremely suspicious tonight. Tesla's been a target for demonstrations and vandalism in the U.S. and elsewhere this year after CEO Elon Musk became a key figure in President Donald Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, responsible for slashing federal jobs and programs. Elon Musk, by the way, himself responding to today's incident in Las Vegas, posting this on X. This level of violence is insane and deeply wrong. Tesla just makes electric cars. It has done nothing to deserve the evil attacks. Governor Joe Lombardo of Nevada responding, the type of politically motivated violence is despicable, he writes, and those responsible will be found and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Meanwhile, at one point, Tesla was worth more than $1 trillion in stock valuation. Not anymore. They saw their worst day in 5 years on Monday. Tesla stock has lost almost half its value in the last 3 months. And this chart, Marie, shows that Tesla stock over the last month, it's lost 138 points. Today, it lost another 5%. Musk has said on X that he is not concerned about Tesla's recent drop in value. That's it from the live desk, Marie. We'll send it back to you.
Tesla's certainly in national headlines, and now Las Vegas connected to one of those. Dana, thank you. And these kinds of protests we've been telling you about are not new. Hours ago, we spoke with Associate Professor of History at UNLV, Michael Green, about these types of actions over the course of American history and whether they accomplish their goal.
You can point to abolitionism. You can point to the people who fought abolitionists. You can point to all of the rights movements that we're familiar with from the last half of the 20th century, the Black Civil Rights Movement, women's rights, LGBTQ, Native American. Sometimes the protests were violent, sometimes that helped, and sometimes it hurt them. Sometimes it's people being desperate, sometimes it's people who just take advantage of an opportunity. It's very hard to paint with a broad brush.
You can catch the full interview with Michael Green on our website, news3lv.com. And that's also where you can find our complete coverage of this attack. Follow News 3 on air and online as we bring you the latest on the ongoing investigation. Just scan that QR code or once again to news3lv.com to stay up to date.